With over 70% of Uganda's working population being employed in agriculture, preparing students at a young age to tap into agricultural opportunities and create more is vital for both individual and general economic growth of the economy of Uganda. This will be possible by passing knowledge to the young generation, as Babidia Shamim, a Senior 2 student from Crane High School, details in her poultry farming specialty. Give us a brief insight on your poultry specialty.
Person who's just beginning poultry farming, I don't advise that person to begin with broilers. That person can begin with broilers because they're a bit easier to someone who's just learning. I've liked poultry from the beginning. Then when I came here, I got a chance to gain experience. And this school gave me a lot of love. So I'm in charge of poultry. What
has the lower secondary curriculum contributed to you?
It is very okay and nice because it has helped us gain a lot of experience, as it is said that experience is the best teacher.
What advice are people undermining that is affecting their return on investment on the poultry farming specialty?
Most people feed their birds on potato veins, which is not okay. Tobacco, which is not okay. They should serve sweet potatoes. They are not okay to birds. And even routine vaccination. Most people don't have that bath, as you've seen it. It also brings in a lot of diseases. Now, like you've disinfected and we are safe with our birds.
What are your future prospects in your specialty of skilling?
I'm planning to introduce a farm, poultry farm, and I want me myself to operate it and also teach other girls like me, because girls are very expensive and beautiful, as you can see. So I need to teach them and they learn.
Girls embracing skills, especially in agriculture, is also a key milestone of this new lower secondary curriculum. A case of Margaret Narwanga, the head of the fishing department at Crane High School.
Urban fish farm is actually very easy. All you need is a drum, water source, an outlet and an inlet. Then you get fish, either catfish or tilapia. You can start in your own backyard. For students like us, since we are somehow inexperienced and we are still going through our classes, like how to feed them, the time, everything. Yeah. So here in Crane High School, I was given an opportunity to start a fish farm. And as you can see, I have two types, tilapia and catfish. I use two systems, tank and cage. But as per now, I'm concentrating more on tank because it's easier done in urban areas than in rural areas. Because I want to show people in urban areas that fish farming can be done anywhere, even in your own backyard.
What are your plans after getting the DIT certificate?
My next plan is to partner up with a person who already has experience with the fish farm, because I can't rush to first start my own farm since I'm not yet experienced to the fullest. So I'll first partner up with someone who has knowledge, past knowledge and the present knowledge about how to do these things. Then as I go through, I get lessons. Then in the midway maybe, then that's when I can say, yeah, let me branch my own self. I start to stand up for myself.
How is the lower secondary curriculum impacting on you?
It has helped us a lot. First of all, it's practical, not theoretic. Theory is fun, but you see, if in the theory part, a village kid can come, as long as that village kid is taught how to read and write, can actually sit with a person who knows theory and actually win you, because she or he knows the practical part. And that's what our curriculum is helping us to do. It's giving us the practical part more than the theory part. So we are acquiring skills. We are becoming more innovative and creative in whatever we are doing.
The school heads as key stakeholders have this to say on the new lower secondary curriculum.
The impact of the new lower secondary school curriculum on the students at King's College Budo is that it is making them to study in a liberal way. They are not following the other restricted curriculum where the teacher is the one in charge, but now the students are able to learn using innovative ways and to learn on they are given what they are supposed to learn and they explore deeply and they come up with new knowledge which equips them with skills that are likely to help them in the world of work. Basically, it was intended to integrate vocational skills alongside the theoretical knowledge. So at whatever level the child drops out of school or leaves the school to join the working world, they will be able to have some hands-on skills which they can apply to make themselves either self-employed or even to be employable at some level in the industry.
It really has a positive impact on the students. It's equipping them with the skills. They are really confident. They can produce products. When you look at this side, at least these people under vegetable growing, they are selling vegetables to the school and also to the teachers. So it is really good. They've even gone ahead to train their parents. Those who are offering entrepreneurship, they are training their parents on how to make liquid soap, bar soap, and even bathing gel. So it's really good for the learner. At the end of the day, they are going to be producers and also job creators other than being job seekers.
What do you think about the lower secondary curriculum?
I want to thank DIT for inspiring schools to start these practical subjects. And it's good that finally the ministry also came on board. They started it as a new curriculum for senior 1 and senior 2. We are very sure that our children are going to be successful. We shall have no unemployment in future and people will start creating their own jobs. I think this one is the best for us.
How is the new curriculum affecting the students?
The new curriculum is very impactful because when you look at the learners who are in Form 1 and Form 2, of course beginning next year we shall be talking about Form 3. They are very, very, very different from the learners who are now in the curriculum that is being phased out. Because for them they can do things. When you look at some of our VDs here, learners have baked cakes, have baked pizzas. We have so many things which they can actually show to the parents. Some of them can buy them. To the extent that some of the learners have done things here, they have learnt them at school and they are doing them at home. Like we have some learners who are already doing rabbit rearing at their homes. Learners who are already doing beadwork and they are earning some money. Learners who are doing knitting and crocheting at their homes and they are earning money out of it, of which the previous curriculum could not favor that, and learners would not go home and sell the history. They would not go home and do the theoretical part of it that was being done at school at home. So there is a very big difference and there is a lot of impact on the learners.
What should we expect from the lower secondary curriculum?
6-10 years down the road, we are going to see a skillful population where people will not be only looking for jobs to do, but they will be able to create them. Because me personally, I'm a teacher of agriculture, but I have taught agriculture for the previous 8 years. When I was not doing some of the things practically. But when DIT came, we said a rabbit farm here, and just of recent, we are selling rabbits at 50, at 60, and even meat. We have eaten some meat. Some people don't know even how the rabbit meat tastes. But for us, it is now something to play with here. Our learners are enjoying that meat. We are selling to the community. So there is a lot that people are learning. I don't know, very many people, do you know why cakes make a news when someone says that I'm going to eat a cake? Because very many people have never made one. Someone thinks there's a lot of science in making what? A cake. But when you are in some of these lessons that learners do here, you find that a cake is very easy to make.
The new lower secondary curriculum not only focuses on a specific area of skill set, but is all-round catering for all skills, not forgetting art and craft, as Chirabo Angel, a Form 1 student from Emma High School, explains.
Skills don't fade, that's what I can know. You can never get old and skills get old also. Because even though you get old, even though you drop out of school, you have where to start from. The new curriculum has really taught us a lot. I've got a chance to know how I can do this, do the scarves. Even in baking, I've got a chance. Sometimes at home, our parents don't really get time to engage us to go to the cooking part or to teach us or get time because they're always busy. But when you come at school and this DIT, because they are introduced, we get time to learn, we get time to engage in things that will help us in the future. Like I can easily start up a business even when I'm just in the senior 4 VAC. The new curriculum is going to help me, like now in holidays, I'm not sitting. In holidays, I'm doing some knitting at home. I buy some threads and hooks and I start knitting and I sell them out. So I get to bring in money at home, which can help on family things and add up on me. Even I get to have some pocket money.
In the new lower secondary curriculum, Emma High School gives students an opportunity to carry out the profitable rabbit farming, a lucrative skilled specialty due to the many byproducts from rabbits.
First of all, you have to get space where you're going to set your farm. As you see here, it's really small, but you see it's a big farm in a big number because it's the first layer, the second layer, and the third layer, whereas it has many cages and we have their rabbits. Then you have to also get some materials which are going to help you. As you see, our serving, like how we feed them, it's really like improved. It's not like the local feeding. Like our water is really moving in pipes, as you see, so that we improve on the sanitation, so that we move on with the .com. Then we really feed them on something called pellets. Here are our pellets, which they feed on. They are here. We also have something called hay, which is dry grass, you see, it's here also. Then we always, even to balance the meals, we always have even some vegetables, as you see. These ones are greens. So this is how we feed them. Then the water is really moving in here, which is coming straight away from the tank. Then like to multiply, you bring a male to a female, as you see here. You bring, so they have to mate, as you see. Yeah, it's now functioning, it's working. So then after, it has to fall down. So when it falls down, it means it's done doing its job. Then after, it will give us some young ones, which in agriculture we call them bunnies. They are very young. They are here. We have some of them. We have some bunnies here. These are the young ones. They are called bunnies. After the process of mating the other side. Well, as it's pregnant, it's going to take 1 month. Then after 1 month, it will produce. And those babies, we call them bunnies. Then after bunnies, they have to keep on growing. We keep them with the mother. The mother breastfeeds the bunnies. Then after, they will get old. So when they get old, we have to separate them away from the mother. And they have to also learn how to live. This is now an old bunny. Yeah, it's now old. It's not as young as the other side. So now we have separated it. It's not still living with the mother. So as it's also here, this one is really different from the other ones, because the other ones, the reason why we keep them with the mother, the mother has to produce warmth to the other ones, because they grow. When they are produced, they don't have anything to provide warmth. So the mom has to remove fur, then covers them.
Agri Memorial School Bunamwaya students are also part of the many testifying on the impact of the lower secondary curriculum on the Ugandan education sector, and this is what they have to say.
The lower secondary curriculum is good Reason being, in the old curriculum, you would finish your senior 4, sit at home doing nothing without knowing anything in your head. But right now I can finish my senior 4, get my baking section because I will already had got my DIT certificate, begin up a small business of my own, whereby it won't be hard for me to live in a life without going to university. I can start on from where I am.
Take us through the step-by-step criteria for carrying out baking.
First of all, I get my butter. After measuring all the measurements, I get my butter, add it with the sugar, beat it until fluffy. Fluffy means when I no longer see those sugar crystals. After beating them together, I add eggs, my 12 eggs, beat them aside before adding them into my recipe because one egg might be dead or spoiled. I add it there, I mix. After mixing, I add there my vanilla because I've already measured it. Add my vanilla there. I add my flour. The flour should be already mixed at a side with the baking powder with all the dry ingredients alone. I add it there. I get my zested lemon. Zested lemon means I get my lemon, move that green layer without the white one. Get my green layer, put it inside my baking, like where I've mixed from the eggs, all the other ingredients. I mix together, then I grease my pan, place them there, and I put in the oven.
Lower secondary curriculum, it has helped me to know how to grow different crops and how to look after them, right from the nursery bed to the seed bed. It is really enjoying. I enjoy it as I grow my crops, and I have already market outside the school and within the school.
Why vegetable farming amidst all the skills?
Because the population depend on agriculture. I don't think that there's a person who can live without food. Vegetables, the greens like the spinach and skuma wiki, they have a lead market compared to others like the eggplants. They prefer the green one than the white. They take 3 weeks to 4, that is a month on the nursery bed. Then in the main garden, you can take around 3 weeks because if it is raining like now, they grow fast.
Here are heads of different schools telling us more about schools and parents' preparation of the new curriculum.
First, when the curriculum had just been introduced, since there was not adequate background for sensitization, the students were kind of reserved. They thought the curriculum was about going out to the field, playing, and they didn't know that there were serious skills to learn alongside the knowledge. But with time, they are getting into grips with this curriculum, and they are enjoying it because they learn that they can discover a lot more on their own, which is actually already in textbooks, but they can also get to learn it and integrate it in their day-to-day lives.
When will the first assessment be done?
The first cohort is going to be assessed in 2024 at the end of the cycle of 4 years. And we are confident that our learners will be able to keep the high standard because by end of S2, when we assessed them, we found that their learning skills had improved. They are able to do work with their hands as well as being able to reason out the theoretical skills.
We started with the parents. We had to sensitize them about the new curriculum, especially the DIT department. Initially, the parents thought, they were used.
Where are we heading to as a country with this new lower secondary curriculum?
Nearest future possible, we are going to have so many industries, small-scale industries. We are going to have so many job makers. It is going to check on the unemployment problem, and also it is going to bridge the gap between the theory and what is needed in the world of work. To the head teachers, I think there is need to change the attitude. Once the attitude of the head teacher is changed, then you can really change also the attitude of the teachers who are the implementers. Remember, in secondary, we don't have teachers for vocational. It's the teachers we have that are supposed to train these children in the various skills. For us, when we were starting, what we did was to identify the various skills which were